Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Am I talking too loud? I don't know. Hi. Hello, how's it going? Whiskey Cactus here. I'm exhausted today. I don't know why, but forgive my... Because normally I'm so high energy. But forgive my lower than normal energy today. Whatever. Let's jump in. We got stuff to do. One thing I want to see. I don't know if we're gonna be able to because it's kind of late. We need to. Do we just go to the castle? Is that what we're supposed to do? I don't fucking remember. What are we doing now? Blah 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 on our team. It's this, right? Just head to the banquet at the castle. Can I go to the museum first? Because I kind of forgot the museum existed, and I kind of want to go take a look at the museum. I feel like this might not be a bad thing to look at. Can we? Yeah, we can. The History Museum. I'm a little jealous of Professor Alba, who actually got to see the final match. Is he around? Might be fun to talk to him. What do we got here? Ooh, this stuff might actually be, like, super interesting to me now. Let's see. Tetracyclic Tower Outer Wall Segment. Pre-Septian Age. This wall segment was cut and carried from a tetracyclic tower, the structure built shortly after the Great Collapse. Depicted upon it are a staff-wielding priest and a winged godlike being. Typical of period frescoes. Scholars continue to examine the design for any connection with Aidios. It's a staff-wielding priest and a winged godlike being. Hey, buddy. Museum director's been called out on another project. I think he's in Bose now. Interesting. Okay. Got Professor Alba here. Hey, buddy. Ah, Estelle, Joshua. That was an incredible match. Congratulations on your victory. Ah, shucks, 'tweren't nothing. How you been, Professor Alba? Found the meaning of life yet? Not quite. Although that old text the museum asked me to decipher is coming along rather nicely. I also stumbled upon quite a few books I've been meaning to reference in my research. So overall, it's been a successful day. Still, I have more work than I have time to do it, but isn't that always the way? Now I'm impressed, I must admit. Guess that's the kind of dedication it takes to be a professor. I sure couldn't do it, that's for sure. You can never stay in your seat for more than a minute at a time. Never mind actually doing research. Yeah, like I keep saying, sitting still always makes me sleepy. I have to move around just to stay awake. I'm like those fish, you know, the ones that die if they don't keep swimming? I gotta keep on swimming, forever and always, right through this aquarium called life. You know? Sure. Stop looking at me like that, it was poetic, man. Anyway, I'm glad to hear your research is going well. I owe it all to you. I may even be able to publish some results soon. Thanks to your help, my research is progressing quite nicely. I may even be able to publish some results soon. I don't like the way your, eyes are open when you say that. It sounds very ominous, dude. Don't do that. Alright, let's go this way. See what else we got. What do we got here? Ancient Lantern. Pre-Septian. A device built to hold fire, most often found near towers and other ceremonial structures. May have religious significance. What is this? Stone pillar with relief. Found at the bottom of Lake Valeria. Adorned with reliefs similar to those found on the walls of the Tetracyclic Towers. Okay, so stuff from the Tetracyclic Towers is also at the bottom of Lake Valeria. Well, Lake Valeria is in the center of Liberal. And the towers are all kind of dotted around the perimeter, right? So... Floor tile. Piece of tiled floor. from a ruined building. Broken stones fit together to create beautiful and intricate patterns. This isn't that interesting, I gotta say. Here we go. The ancient civilization of Zemuria. Around 1200 years ago, the advanced civilization of Zemuria was at its peak. Then suddenly and inexplicably, it disappeared. The Great Collapse occurred, destroying the Zemurian culture and plunging its people into a dark age of ruin. The items exhibited on the first floor are from the very beginning of this era. They aren't believed to be products of the ancient civilization itself, but nonetheless, its influence is clearly visible upon them, giving them immense academic worth. So you say. What do we got here? Knight's equipment. Septian calendar 500. Okay. In an era defined by conflict, war became a way of life. And as... How's it going, Blartodi T? Welcome. In an era defined by conflict, war became a way of life. And as a result, warriors came to wield great influence in society. This eventually led them to becoming a privileged social class of their own. The knights wielded armaments like these when they went out onto the battlefield, returning with more spoils and land, and gradually increasing their influence and power all the more. Cool. The Dark Age of Ruin, Septian calendar 1 to 500. Immediately following the Great Collapse, the world was plunged into confusion, signaling the beginning of what came to be referred to as the Dark Ages. This era was defined by almost endless conflict between various powers and numerous nations, large and small, and lasted for roughly 500 years. Still haven't really seen much that really kind of interests me here. Let's see, is there anything else up this way? We got something up there. We got something up there. We got some stuff here. What's this? That looks like the Arcel. That looks like something that I don't want to say what it is. Oh no, that's a ship. That's some kind. These are just all airships. Septian 1150 to 1200. The Orbital post-revolutionary world. So 1200. It's like, I think canonically it's 1202 in game right now. Yeah. So this is the current last 50 years. This is the Orbital Revolution. It's been only 50 years since Professor C. Epstein invented orbments, and world technology has advanced at lightning speed ever since. Perhaps the most notable representative of these advancements is the modern orbital-powered airship. These orbital ships are already used extensively in Liberl, but neighboring nations such as Erebonia have also begun to devote themselves to their manufacture as well. Smaller-sized airships are also used. Okay. What you got here? I don't know. We got some things here. What's this? Ancient artifacts. Artifact, a relic of any shape or size found in an ancient ruin and generally of unknown or uncertain purpose. The church believes these artifacts have some connection with the Septarians, gifts from Aetios, and their recovery is one of the duties that the church fulfills. Put that in your memory. Keep that in your head, because that is important. Artifacts are said to have supernatural powers, but those on display here are all ones that have since lost said powers and are no longer functional. The church believes these artifacts have some connection with the Septarians, gifts from Aetios. Septian calendar 500 to 1100, the Septian era. The first appearance of the Septian Church occurred around the year 500 and marked the end of the Dark Ages. The church centered around the goddess of the sky, Aetios, and espousing an ideology of human salvation began to take an active role in society and rapidly permeated social consciousness. Eventually, the nobility and knight class could no longer ignore the church's power, and a new order was established with the church at the center. What is this? Medieval loom. Okay, this is from 900. Man-powered machine used to spin thread. As the Septian era continued and people became accustomed to peace, cotton and other crops became more widely cultivated and sold. This was also the era in which handicrafts with the intent to obtain money came into practice. Church Testament's manuscript, Septian Calendar 500. A handwritten copy of the scripts used by the Church at the end of the Dark Ages. The ability to print did not exist in the Middle Ages, leaving no choice but to copy by hand onto pieces of parchment. Church Ritual Items, Septian Calendar 900 approximately. The Church has long been a source of art, and this has been true since the dawn of the Septian era. It was around the year 900, however, that the current likeness of Aidios is thought to have been first created. Likewise, many of the ritual items used by the Church today first assumed their present forms in this time period too. Well, that was mostly disappointing, I'm gonna say. I was really kind of hoping there'd be some, like, oh, interesting shit there. That, like, I didn't remember because I played it before I played all the other games. But that having played all the other games, it would be like, oh, shit. How about that? Also, there's these guys. There's also these guys. And I never talked to these guys, and I feel bad about it, because these guys are fun guys. Hey, Ricky. Man, I'm good with just not doing anything today. But what does Anton say? Another uneventful day. My life sucks. I should have talked to him earlier. Because right now, there's not much to say to him. Hey, aren't you the guys who won the championship? Congratulations, that was an absolutely incredible match. So glad you won it instead of the Special Ops team. Hold on. Ah. I definitely missed this. Basically, this dude likes this chick, and this chick finds it super creepy. And if I would have talked to him earlier, I probably would have been able to see that on display. Let's see, though, if something happens. She makes her rounds in a circle around this place. And I think you actually get one of the chapters of Carnelia by, like, involving yourself in this idle chatter and gossip. But I think we've missed the window on that. See how he, like, stopped to look at her? Hold on. No, let's just go to the castle. Let's just go to the castle. Whatever, we've missed the window on that. So it doesn't even matter. Is there any reason to go anywhere else? Can I go to the Erebonian Embassy? Is that where, Mueller is the most recent Imperial officer in residence at the Erebonian Embassy. He's young, but he's a senior officer with quite a bit of rank and decorum. Olivier is hopefully behaving himself at the embassy right now, if he knows what's good for him. Alright, well, I guess that's all I can do there. I don't think there's anything else to really do or see. Let's stop by here, see if, Kurt or Annalise around? I know they were in here earlier. Different day. They got rooms in here. Nope, they're not showing up anywhere. Nope. Can I rest in my bed and heal? I already paid for a room here. Really gonna make me, like, pay for another room? Just to rest? Oops. No, hey, Fritz. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's why we have to pay. Whatever. I got money, it's fine. Alright, so everybody's healed up. What we're not going to do is we're not going to forget about Ricky and Anton. We're going to remember that Ricky and Anton exist. And we're gonna remember that for basically every game in the series, because they're around a lot. They are frequently around. Who dis? Cool. None of my bracer buddies are around. Alright, that's fine. We're going to the castle. We're going to the castle. No more stalling. Let's go to the castle. Just make sure there's no requests on the fucking bulletin board. I know there aren't. I know there aren't. There's like no quests in this game. Or in this this chapter. There's like none. Yeah, okay, we're good. I just feel like I've been dropping the ball on doing shit lately. Alright. Here we go. Going to the castle. Going to the castle already? Just to remind you, since we're going to be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning, so make sure you've done all the things you want to do. Enter Grancel Castle. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Maybe because we're going to the castle to do a covert op. Pardon me. Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. Unless you have official business here, you need to Hey. Hi there. Sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. Still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass. A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant. See? Right here. Written invitation. Let's see. To Zin and his team, in appreciation for your performance in the competition, you are cordially invited to a dinner party. Oh, okay. You guys were in the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So, is that you? Ha, you got it. We greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense. The head maid told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. So we're the only ones coming. Well, that's a pity. No matter, please go on in. Sweet! We're getting into the castle. Zin and company, victors of the martial arts competition, coming in. Hells yeah. Wow. It's like the Hakken Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of a castle. I'd bet it's more solid, too, since it's the royal castle. That's part of why it's impregnable. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Annenberg Wall. The capital's been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections among the nobles. And even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. Or so the stories say. Now, that's pretty neat. Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now, welcome to Her Majesty's Grancel Castle. Go right on in. You'll be met by a welcoming party inside. Hell yeah! Look at this fucking castle. It's a bit excessive, maybe. Wow. Let's say that again. Wow. Never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the traditions and rules of the old kingdom here. Welcome to Grancel Castle. You are Zin and his team, correct? Captain Amalthea. This isn't really unexpected, but even so. That's right, we come at the invitation of the good Duke. And, you are? Haha, pardon me. I am Captain... Canon... Canon... Amalthea, of the Intelligence Division, head of Grancel Castle's defense. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. You were too kind, really. And may I say, I don't know I didn't know that they made women as young and pretty as you into captains. Dude, we got important things to do here. I need you to not get us kicked out, Zin. Alright? You must do fine work. But you are the flatterer. But I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Well, I would certainly hope not. Estelle and Joshua Bright. Oh, right, she knows we're bracers. That's kind of weird. It's been some time since the incident in Zeiss, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. Oh, that's not good. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? I'm afraid not. I left that case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Gransel. Never even heard the follow-up report on it. I see. That's truly a shame. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. Have no fear on that score. What the hell's with her? She's talking really slow and close to the mic. Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now we must show you to your rooms. Shay, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs, but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am, I understand. I'm a maid. This is my job. I'm good at this. Very good. Now, everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. I have important captain things to do. Now that is one fine woman. If you want to put your dick in crazy, then I'm not going to stop you, Zin, but, word to the wise. Never put your dick in crazy. Hate to say this, Zin, but your taste in women is crap. There's nothing fine about that fox-faced harpy. I think that might just be his favorite type of woman. You've known this guy for like 2 days, Joshua. Haha. I just tend to find that women like that turn out to be pretty good people once you peel back a few layers. Well, I got some bad news for you, Zin, because she's probably one of the main antagonists of the story, so to speak. I certainly don't, advocate skinning people alive. You're hopeless. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh, my honor! Oh, sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to our rooms, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I am Shay, a maid here at the castle. I will be at your service this evening from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us the room, then? Certainly, it's on the second floor. Well, Shay's nice. She seems very, friendly. Up we go. You best believe we're going to explore every nook and cranny of this place. Oh, wow. Got a load of that chandelier. Talk about classy. Hush, Estelle. What's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. It hasn't seen much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh, no. It's just that the head maid who tends to her in the royal it's just that it's the head maid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come then, shall we? Feel like you know a little bit more than you're letting on there, Shay. You wouldn't happen to know where we could meet this head maid, would you? We have a massage for her. This is the room where you'll be staying. Please go on in. Okay. Pardon us. Wow. Schmancy. Holy Stragas! Never imagined we'd stay in a place like this. Nice, this will make a good story for later. Believe there is still some time before the party. You're free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. Ask that you refrain from entering those areas. Can you be a little more specific? Most significantly, the royal keep where the queen resides. It's a small palace of sorts built on the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace? That sounds nice. The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Grancel during the birthday festivities. So you cannot go into the royal keep itself, but you may visit the garden terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's the royal guard room and also the treasury, I believe. Royal guard room. I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all that terrorist stuff. Yes. The Intelligence Division is currently occupying it. Entrance is restricted, so please abide by the rules, or else I'll get fired. Understood. By the way, what are the others who were invited doing? They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respective rooms. Alright. So Mayor Klaus is here, too. Oh, yes, he arrived some time ago. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room. Thanks, Shay. Now then. Hey, Zin. You want to go and walk around the castle for a little bit? We'll be back in time for the party. Must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem. Have fun. Me, I'm gonna kick back and relax in this oh-so-luxurious room. Swell. Now let's go fucking creep around and poke our noses into places. We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us that we have to talk to the head maid, Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invitees, too. Likely know most of them. Alright, well, what we're gonna do then is we're gonna go in here. And it's the Dean! Ah, Joshua, Estelle, you made it. It's been quite a while. Dean Collins? You were invited to the banquet as well, sir? Just arrived today via airship from Ruin. A little mayoral birdie told me that you two won the tournament. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it. Thank you. No idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in Liberl. It's only fitting that he be given a seat at this banquet. Man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. It's the Royal Assembly. It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city, and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of state. Well, sounds big. So, all of those guys have been invited here tonight, too. No, I'd say only about half. Her Majesty is still ill, and General Morgan is away on official military business. Yeah, he's away. I wonder what he's doing. Mayor Dalmore of Ruin was arrested in that nasty affair. Yeah, I know, I was there. Professor Russell, he's a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all this talk of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be holding a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Dunnan stands on all these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. That's the biggest issue here, without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I would like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia's the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it's my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere, but I'm told she's come to the capital as of a few days ago. She's here, then. I'd really love to meet her. I'm sure you'll have a chance. Well, we'll see. Something tells me that if the Queen's being kept away, then other people might also be being kept away. Who else is here? Anybody else of interest? Only my favorite mayor and favorite maid in the world. Mayor Maybell. And Lila. Joshua, Estelle. Here at last. I kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So you were invited here too, Mayor. Hey, wait, you were waiting for us? How did you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Klaus. I heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championship, and were invited to a grand royal banquet in the castle. If I'd known, I would have canceled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am, but that would have been quite impossible given the circumstances. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Don't worry, I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste at a banquet, what with everything else going on. What is Duke Dunnan thinking? The captain was so stubborn about inviting me, too. I had no real choice but to accept. I mean Captain Amalthea? Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye while she spoke them. I dared not refuse her request. Haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean you haven't heard any word from the Haken Gate? The General is unavailable is the longest message I've been able to get to ring from them. It would seem he's busy with these anti-terrorist countermeasures or what have you. I had hoped he'd be in attendance at this banquet tonight. But I guess he couldn't pull himself away. What do you think about all of this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at a time like this? When there's terrorists around? And all of the important heads of state are gathered in one place? Well, now that you put it that way... If the Queen were to be in attendance, I would expect some announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. He's letting his position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right. But there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef here is the best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to Bose post-haste. Duke Dunnan is such a nuisance. When the Duke came to Bose before, he acted like a spoiled child. I received so many complaints from the citizens he angered. My mistress has been looking forward to seeing you again. Please come visit her in Bose again sometime soon. I would, but the game probably isn't going to let me. Alright, let's go this way. We got a nice big old room here. Look at this room. It's very big. And this guy's here. What are those people at the Intelligence Division up to? Taking important documents without official permission. Well. Anything to examine in here? Does not seem like it. Okay, well. Nothing doing. Alright, let's go over here. See who's in this area. Any more guests? Not in this room. What about over here? Oh. We've got Factory Chief Murdoch. Estelle, Joshua. Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here. Thanks for the follow, Illuminated Dark. Welcome, welcome. With mayoral class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance. I must say, I never expected you two to win a tournament championship and end up hobnobbing in Grancel Castle. Cassius's kids to the bone, you are. Ha! It took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Well, right after you left for the capital, Captain Amalthea from the Intelligence Division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Lyston Fortress. Professor Russell and company are still on the run, too. Army hasn't found him yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Amalthea if I could go see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. It's flat out refused. So in other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry, because we totally got that covered. We will get the Professor's message to Her Majesty one way or another. Damn right we will. Who else is here? Anybody else? Any other special people? Nobody here? Who's over here? Nobody here. Alright, well we got representatives from all the places. Anybody at the bar? What's up? There's a place to talk. Please come right in. For drinks, we have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I would like an alcohol, please. I would like one alcohol, preferably blue. Preferably with a frilly umbrella. Also, I'm 16. Well, this is some hell of a terrace, huh? Check that out. This must be the castle's garden terrace. I'd say so. You can see the whole lake from here, and it overlooks the town, too. It must be great for reconnaissance. As nice as this is, I really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. Got a job to do. Yeah, well, we're gonna enjoy it anyway. We're gonna enjoy it. Look at the lake. Lake Valeria, where apparently at the bottom of the lake there was something that looked like it was similar to the stuff in the Tetracyclic Towers. Which feels relevant. Maybe. Kind of. Also, what the fuck are those 4 towers? Why is there just 4 towers? Normally, in video games, especially RPGs, stuff like that would have some significance to the plot. But they seem to be totally kind of unrelated to anything. So that's kind of weird. Oh, this must be the Royal Keep. Yeah, we're not supposed to be here. Yeah, they're probably gonna, like, be mad at us for getting close. Oh, who are you? Hey, you two. Oh, are you the guys whose asses we kicked earlier? We're here as guests of the Duke. This is where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. But for the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you've got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were to even take notice of us. Does Princess Claudia sleep here as well? No, it's just... hey, the princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has the time to deal with the likes of you. Might I inquire as to what's going on here? Oh, shit. This is where I was supposed to go. Fuck. I hope I didn't miss anything. Madam, we didn't know you were back already. The dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returning to the maid quarters. And who are our guests? They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of a Bracer's social standing would ever be invited here. A Bracer's social standing? Such discourtesy. You would insult those who were personally invited to the royal castle? No, that's not what... Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all the respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you have not forgotten that. Understood. Well, she's intense. Wonder who she is. Madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the Colonel laid out. Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I am terribly sorry, sir and madam. Security has been heightened, and as such, the Royal Keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? Alright. That's fine. We'll do as you ask. Apologize, we weren't trying to cause any trouble. Fine then, just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you. I apologize that you were subjected to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. I am the head maid of Grancel Castle, and I oversee all of the housekeeping duties. Aha. We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are we previously acquainted? Well, someone told us about you. I know this handwriting. You see? We also have our Bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. Please come with me to the maid's sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct? Right. If now's not a good time, we can try later, but... No, it's not an issue, but those Special Ops men have had the Royal Keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in. Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go. What do you think, Estelle? We could ask Hilda to relay the Professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd really rather speak to her face-to-face. There's just too many particulars we don't know that we'd really need to discuss directly, like what Duke Dunnan and Colonel Richard are after. Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party is over? Why? Have you thought of a way for us to see Her Majesty? I believe I have. Maybe difficult, but I think it's worth a try, and it's going to be really funny. I'm going to need some time to get ready, so can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome. Understood. We'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we'll begin serving shortly. For now, it's probably best if you wait in your room. Hey, Shay. We'll be ready for dinner very, very soon. I'm very sorry for the wait. I want to poke around some more. Okay, well, we're not going that way. Can we go this way? We can go this way. Hey, buddy. So few people, we can't possibly finish all this work. All the other officials were sent away on vacation by the Duke and forcibly removed from the castle. Well, that sounds useful. Hey, buddy. This is the administrative room. This is where most of the actual ruling of Liberl takes place. Okay. So we came from there. This is the way to the... Yeah, here's the kitchen. Main course is complete. Once dinner is ready, we'll make sure everyone knows, and until then, your patience is greatly appreciated. Rat problem around here is starting to get out of control. Great. That's what you want to hear. Head chef is a real pro, specializing in imperial cuisine. Over 1,000 dishes of it, in fact. You don't say. What's down here? This place looks interesting. Is this the storehouse? This is the storehouse. I'm peeking into the storehouse. I feel like I shouldn't be here. I feel like I'm gonna get yelled at for being here. I feel like this is the kind of place I am gonna get yelled at. What's behind this door? Entrance is firmly sealed. Well, I want to see what's behind this door. This looks important. Okay. Hey, dude. It's a restricted area. Okay. Man, you guys really got sticks up your asses, huh? It's almost like you're doing bad things, and you don't want people catching you. It's just between you and me, but... He has enough servants, but he keeps trying to convince Mistress Hilda to hire on more. To no good end either, I'm sure. Just past Duke Dunnan in the hall a moment ago. I hate how he just stares at people menacingly. It's so rude. May I help you? I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm very busy right now preparing for the banquet. You know why all these guests are really here? Because the Duke got bored, that's why. Man makes so much work for me, I swear. Alright, well, I don't think there's anything else to do here at the moment, so we're gonna go ahead and peek into the throne room. And then we're gonna go back to our room. It's an empty throne room. There's not really anything here. It's not really that interesting. Alright, let's go back to our room and wait. Hey, Zin, what's up? Hey, guys, talking about being late. Party's about to start, you know. Sorry, we got caught. Excuse me, we got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all of the mayors. Oh, well, aren't we well connected? Close friends with the mayor of Roland. Plus, we've met the other mayors over the course of our travels. Ah, I see. Guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two are sure get around for junior bracers. You might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grancel? Guess it's not all that different from other countries, right? Right, for a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad. Normally, that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Grancel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Yeah, it could be. I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. I wonder what's going on with Shara back in Roland. Now, that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages. Oh, okay, makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvard. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Her master? Yeah, probably Dad. Hey, Shay. Please pardon me, the table for dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? Sure, I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, wanna go eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you didn't completely forget your table manners for once. Welp, here we are. This is a dinner party, right? It's all the empty plates then. Jesus. Plenty of knives and forks, though. It's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with the hors d'oeuvres. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners. And here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who'll be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? Told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the when in liberal, do as the Liberalians do policy. I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You are as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion. Haha, you flatter me. Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I think he's more being polite than a lech, though. Anyway, his grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So, if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might that other one be for? Well, I think it was supposed to be for Olivier, but he's not showing up. Indeed, perhaps it's intended for Princess Claudia. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Presenting His Grace the Duke. Yay. Great. The Duke. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I have invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by the Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. Oh, things are going to be extra tense now, aren't they? They're going to be tense. It's going to be like camping. Because it's intense. Never mind. You gotta be kidding. We're having dinner with him? I suspected this might happen, but it's still unnerving. Let's talk about politics. Haha, excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Maybell? What do you think of Grancel Castle's master chef? Is his cooking not on par with that found in Bose's Antero's restaurant? Yes, it's quite remarkable. Wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. You were not the first to say such things. What of you, Zin, was it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberalian cuisine, though. Good, good, I'm glad to hear it. And you, young bracers. I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious, far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Haha, indeed, it is a genuine treat. It's certainly delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation, he said, kicking Estelle under the table. Haha, very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before during the Ruin incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yes, sir, maybe so. I fucking hope not. Please, no. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. The food is abundant, and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Ah, yes. That's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. Oh. An announcement. And what might that be? I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. Oh, that's excellent. Excellent news. Could we possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Alright, if that had been all, you could have just sent along a message. Aha. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunnan. What? Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. It is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible. Is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. Actually, she seemed totally fine. So, this is kind of weird, actually. Isn't it far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch credulity. That one. I don't like that one. Mayor Maybell, are you saying that you cannot take his grace at his word? No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same... Oh, Maybell! Maybell's a revolutionary! See, this is why we like Mayor Maybell. That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. This is why we're telling the leaders first to help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Well, yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians. Because they're warmongers. Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. Pardon me. This is the world in which we are going to be living. He makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations. But you thought it would be best to inform us first so that we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? That's literally what I just said. I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy. Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who is also has the same right of succession? Well... No doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne, but it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. And I must say I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. Oh my. I understand. If that happens, then we'll have 2 major events to celebrate. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Is there more of this steak? Zin? I don't mind. Speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't sound like the conversation you'd want outsiders hearing. Particularly a foreigner. So how come you're making this announcement now? It is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Bracers to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. I guess Liberal's military and Bracers are on just as good of terms as the stories say. That's because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? That's like a really important line there. The fact that Colonel Richard is specifically saying that Liberal's military is not up to snuff with the Erebonians or the Calvardians. Yeah, alright. Just more steak, please. We'll pass on whatever we've learned here to the guild, then. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner, after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though. Also, it was really fucking weird that he said it with me in present. Like, I'm from Calvard, and that feels like big information for Calvard to have, right? Of course it was. I can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. Don't worry about it, buddy. Here's your leftovers. Here's the box. The boxed up, table scraps. Really, what a shame. The food was so amazing, and it practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what that last flavor was, though. It was probably sleeping pills. I mean, what? Haha, understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air before these sleeping pills kick in. I mean, whatever they put in my food. Maybe. Hopefully it's not poison. You just played tourist a little while ago. Now you want to take in an after-dinner walk? Sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You gotta be kidding. You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little. There's one down the hall. There is a bar over that way. Alright. Things have gotten serious. Really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty. First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. I bet she does, and you're not gonna like it, Joshua. You're not gonna like it one bit. What'd you think of that? Colonel's points are all very logical and rational, but I believe it would be best to get the particulars from Her Majesty and Her Highness the Princess directly. Yeah, I feel like they're not gonna let you do that. For reasons. What do you think about this, Best Mayor? What a shock this banquet has been. Duke Dunnan as official successor to the throne makes me throw up in my mouth a little bit. If anything could bring on a migraine, it's that. Seems like it was a banquet to remember, and now my mistress has yet another worry to wrinkle her brow. My God. Mabel and Lila sitting in a tree. Can't believe the Queen's so worried she's considering abdication, and Princess Claudia choosing a husband at her age? Events are unfolding so quickly I hardly have time to react. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. They like to overwhelm you with stuff so that you stop noticing things. Oh, it's you. What? Ah, fuck. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi. Why are you here? Colonel Richard. Aha. Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face-to-face, I believe. Last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I realize that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. How'd you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities, except that's exactly what I'm showing off, and I'm telling you information that I've dug up about you on purpose to intimidate you. Greatly indebted to him from our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? Been hoping to speak with the two of you for some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. He sucks. Yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails and slip some roofies into them. I'll prepare them, sir. Make sure don't forget the roofies. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed for a while because I really don't want to go talk to him. Yes, sir. You guys are forcing me to go talk to Duke Dunnan. Pardon me, then. I will go talk to Duke Dunnan. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. What shall we do? Not much choice. I'll be a little late, but we can talk to head maid later. Don't like this. Not a fan of this. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. Since that time, I have found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did. And, what did you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero. And a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics. He understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know any better, I'd say we were talking about two totally different people. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War. Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberl would now be part of the Erebonian Empire. No way. It's kind of hard to believe. He's just kind of a dumb old man, isn't he? Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. Sure it is! It's not fair to criticize him for that. Sure it is! Hey, whose side are you on? Besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all this or something? Well, I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about. Vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it, I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel like it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble. Please excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover. Colonel Richard. Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so as much as I really don't want to go talk to him, I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Alright, good luck with that. Our apologies for making you so late. No, it's fine. Trust me. You both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know. Fuck, what did he get out of us? And thus I have no regrets. Shit! What the... oh, crap, I gotta replay that conversation in my head. What did we say? What did we accidentally say? Fuck. How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then, to share in the stories. Oh, we just got Scooby-Doo'd so hard. I don't even know what information we gave him, but he got something out of us. Who is that man, and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. Wasn't expecting him to be so... nice. True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Alright. Here goes. Wait. There's more people in here. Or at least a person in here. Yeah, you. Estelle, Joshua, so have you met with Her Majesty? Oh, no, okay. Well, I thought you might say other words that were different words than those words, but I guess not. Alright, one other thing I want to check before we go talk to Hilda. Let's go in here and see if there's anything more in here that you want to say. It seems the castle's blueprints are missing, too. Oh, that's great. That makes me feel super warm and fuzzy. What do they need with those? I don't know. Why do the people who are being super suspicious need the blueprints to the castle? What do you guys say? Hello, hello, did you enjoy my cuisine? Sure did. Anything down here? Anything interesting down here? Still a guy standing there? There's still a guy standing there. I feel like they're really gonna suspect me now if I keep hanging around in this area. What about this door? I want to go back behind this door. I'm so interested in what's behind that door. You have no idea. The way you're, like, locking it off and shit makes it real suspicious. Finished at last. Alright. Here we are. Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kinda got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you know? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. Maybe. I see. Yes, that letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad, too? He used to come here when we worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. Or when he worked as... Yeah, anyway. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Prince's, Her Majesty's son. Late Prince? Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shay. What's up, Shay? Oh, hey, aren't you... Shay, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. Been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? Oh, what do you mean? Estelle is going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. Little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. It should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh, me, in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make cleaning much more difficult. Yeah, I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the Queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Well, hear me out. Hey, Joshua. Remember that time that you wore a dress and a wig? What if, now stick with me, what if we did it again? Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. He looks super hot in a dress and a wig. You really should have seen it. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes. Yes, you can. You'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Hilda, Shay, help me out here, say something. No, we're gonna do it. Anyone? I see, that shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used, though. He has that full dark hair, so it'll probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Looks like it's a 3-to-1 vote. Wait a minute, I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. Alright, if I have to change, I can do it myself. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Oh my. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too, you certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Grancel Castle for real when this is all settled. No, I'm good. We already work as bracers, so... Anyway, come on out, Joshua. Get out here. No chance I can talk you out of this. No. You're just making this take longer. You're impossible sometimes. Well, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the Royal Keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. Alright, I'm gonna open up a notepad because I feel like I'm gonna have a test and I'm gonna have to do things. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. No, shit. Whoops. Alright, that's not gonna work on this laptop then. Hold on. This is the do or die moment. Alright, I'm just gonna do it on this laptop then. Alright, there we go. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me. This was your idea. I can't believe you got the nerve to pick on... Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? Not like you, I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. Alright. Can I... equip and stuff? Alright, so first of all, I want to save. I'm going to save here. And then the other thing I want to do, I actually want to fuck with my orbment. Because I feel like... Can we get... Defense 2 and Petrify in here, and that gives me Earth Wall. And then I can't do any more blues, so I can't get... Alright. I'm gonna stick with this. just because I feel like I don't remember when certain things happen. And I want to be prepared. So anyway, I don't think I have to worry about it for a while, but just in case I do. We're going to the keep. Let's go to the keep. Up we go. I don't think I actually have to do any, like, tests or anything. Like, where they ask me stuff and I have to pick the right thing to do to blend in as a maid or something. I don't know. I don't think so. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. The one in the black hair, not so much the one with the brown hair. Thank you. Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. Rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. All's well, then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Go on ahead. Well, here we are. Made it into the keep. That was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes now. Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What's wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness, by the way, Hilda. Is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Ah, no kidding. I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip, then. You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Her room is on the second floor of the royal keep. I'll take you there. But I want to snoop around Princess Claudia's room. I sure hope we get to meet Princess Claudia. That'd be cool. Anything else around here? I don't think so. Right, I'm gonna do another save. There we go. Anything else? Nope, nothing else. Alright, here we are. Here goes. Knock, knock, knock. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. As you wish. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right, pardon us. Here we are. Oh. And there's the fucking queen. Look at that. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Osleys. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it. Professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Oh. Oh, we're going there already. Okay. Oh. Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but, what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned. Now, so it's a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again, you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Gransel? So, what does that tell us about the gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Well, we saw it halt the artifact's functions of Mayor Dalmore's artifact. Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for, but when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. Really? You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty? He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then is the role that I am meant to play. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely. There's no indulgence, Your Majesty. Here we go. Story time. 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. Alright, you guys got more homework. Remember that. A tragedy happened in the southern reaches of the Empire, and Queen Alicia doesn't want to talk about it. Put that in the file cabinet in your memory hole. Now we will move on. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberl. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days War. So, just, to make sure we understand, the 100 Days War is one of the most significant events in the timeline of this series. It is a very important event, and I assume that's why this is where we're starting. But the events around the 100 Days War, as we learn more throughout the series, it's going to become very clear why this is such a critical part of the backstory of the series. All that to say, pay the fuck attention. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hakken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberl had became occupied territory, save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire Royal Army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gransel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Ruin, Bose, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. Look at that. We got General Morgan, Cassius Bright, and Colonel Richard, huh? And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father, who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempt to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer. All to stay with the only one he had left, you. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberl in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now, more than ever, if our emblem isn't on the back of your new car or truck, you probably did pay too much. I'm sorry, it's a local commercial, and every time I see the words "now more than ever," it's 20 fucking years that's been on the air, at least. Now more than ever, Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But Julia, I mean, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so, but if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua, you really don't need to, use poetry and shit. If the Colonel is able to... Sorry. If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty, right when we became Junior Bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running around all around creation ever since. Feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle. It seems she was right about you. Huh? Who was right about me? I, too, am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty? My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha, so the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunnan was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. I don't actually know her, but I personally lean towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger number of... Take two! Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with his passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberl would become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. No, it fucking doesn't, dude. You think it does. This series is 10 plus games long, man. That is not the whole picture. So if Liberl becomes a militarized country, what would happen then? We'd probably start invading people. A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Orbital weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. Wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jaeger corps would be made legal, which is not the case at the present. Oh no. Indeed, the Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. And so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Oh, that fucker! I'm going to hit him in the face with my stick now. Excuse me. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with. I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, and I'm sure the guy at the lighthouse would be thrilled that you asked somebody what else you could do for them, just like he instructed you to. But the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Wow, what a totally awesome person. And also, shit. Shit is really bad. Super nice, but with seriously strong will. Hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Cool. Did you actually just call the Queen cool? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. It's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Right. But, you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Knock knock. Still and Joshua. Have you finished changing? Oh, yeah. One moment. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Oh, is it really that late? Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. So we went back. Well. Here goes. Back we go. You going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. Please relax. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now, I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? My name is Dorothy. Huh, that's a very modern name. Pardon my saying so, but it just doesn't sound right for you. Ain't that the truth? How about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You are too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right. We're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No, I mean, at least not from us. Please be safe on your way home. Karen, huh? It's an interesting choice for a name. Wonder why he picked Karen. Yeah, it's probably nothing. It's probably just a random name. Probably doesn't have any significance to anything. Probably not. It's overthinking things. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kind of lost all my confidence there. What's all the noise about? Oh, Duke Dunnan. Ah, it's the lady of the court. Hey, you mates. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Dorothy, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Oh, Butler Phillips seeing through the bullshit. Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Not with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. The brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Yes. Dorothy, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Your Grace. I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he's talking about, Estelle. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in this castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you're not forgotten. Oh, I know. Some folks just can't appreciate a joke. That's why we shouldn't have women in power. I mean, what? Castle will be mine in a week's time, anyway. You can set aside time for some fun then. Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. I said I was just joking. Fucking bitch can't take a joke. Enough, I'm going to bed. Jesus Christ. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Oh, alright. Dorothy. Just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice future king can give. Thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yeah, good. good. Ugh. I'm so sorry. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I'm truly sorry, Madam and young Mrs. I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. Oh, he totally recognized us. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world upon his shoulders. Oh, you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children, though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. Sure, he sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. I have a big stick, Joshua. Just remember that. I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear. Oh. 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 Ugh. Now, do you understand? Yeah, yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. I really hope we don't run into Colonel Richard on our way back to the room. Please. It was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. Thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? Yes, we shall be going. And we're not going to run into any annoying people who are going to get in our way from getting back to our room. Right? 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 Ah, fuck. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Hi, Amalthea. Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you? Half an hour ago. Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Shit. Chet. Well, I could say the maid quarters. That feels like it's probably the wrong answer because, like, it's close to the truth, but, like, they probably have the maids, like, super observed. The cellar, they have a guy there, right? They have a guy down there the whole time. They know that I was not in the cellar because they've seen me in the cellar. They have absolutely seen me in the cellar, poking my nose around. And yeah, they know we're not there. Let's see. Royal Guard room. Well, I mean, that's under lockdown, right? So they'd know we weren't there. The kitchen, we might be able to get away with the kitchen. Administrative room, we might be able to get away with that. I'm not sure. Part of me wants to say maid quarters. I really don't remember what the right answer is. I don't know. What do you think? What is it? I'm gonna say... I feel like they're not guarding the kitchen, right? They're not guarding the kitchen. We could probably get away with it. Kitchen. Oh, that's strange. I was making my rounds through there and I never saw you. Well, fuck me. You were probably making your rounds around everywhere. You were probably making your rounds around everywhere. I don't think there was anything I could do. Well, come, let's not waste time on games. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? Probably. Take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? We were talking with Shay about kitchen stuff. And she asked us to go to the kitchen to get some stuff. Suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle Joshua. You've been here this whole time? Hey, Zen. Oh, he wobbly. He's super wobbly. Oh, now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oh. Hey, sorry. Hey, that ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Some luck that we met up again, eh? I suppose. So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business. Simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally gotcha. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? Well, we were in the kitchen, and we didn't find anything. Cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Well, I'll have to deal with that, I guess. Just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding. But I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to go think about things. To investigate any suspicious activity, you understand. And now I'm super confused because I just got hit on. Didn't hate it. Of course. It is late. We should probably just go to bed. Yeah, very good then. Now if you'll excuse us. Bye. Ugh. Denied. Oh well. Might as well just go back to the room. Right. We'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. Focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You're an evil, evil man, Zen. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? Now you gotta tell me. What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Okay, hold the fuck up. If you know, then who else knows? Did Eldon tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Haha, made you tell me. Fuck. Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? Guess it's finally time to show you this. Ooh. What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zin Valthek, Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberl, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberl and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberl before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberl before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have a chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. What the fuck? So, Dad actually asked you to come to Liberl, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it. What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. It's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose. When did you realize we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's techniques with a bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. Been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything, but got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, alright, if you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much. Wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it'd probably be best to fill Zin in on everything. It's a bit of a far-fetched to say we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. And so we told him. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request. Hell yeah, we have fully recruited Zin. You will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. Hell yeah. Oh, what the fuck is this? What is this place? Never would have imagined that something like this even existed. Oh, I don't like this. What is this? It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. The fuck are they? Oh. Is it some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well. So these must be archaisms. Oh, okay, cool. Holy shit. Took out that thing in one stroke. You're the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. Still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. Because we certainly can't trust a woman to do it, am I right? My brave men, the way to ultimate power is open. The way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberl. Expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir. We of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberl. For the glory of Liberl. Yikes. Fucking yikes. understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Sweet! We got a bunch of points, but I feel like we didn't get enough points. But we made it to Junior Bracer First Class, so I feel like we got it. Now then, Zin. It's pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? Well, actually... Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent. Interesting. Can we name them all? I don't know. I don't know if I can name them all. I could probably try. But above that, there's an informal S-rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. There are only 4 of those on the entire continent. Wow. Not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on. What? Okay, Joshua, you're not gonna tell me you knew about this already, right? Right? God damn it, Joshua. Sorry, but I know. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, then he sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. You may be right. If you were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. Isn't it kind of weird that all this is happening specifically while he's not here? This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least it's just the impression I have. Oh. So what you're saying is that the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. Would it? The thing is, this is actually, again, series-level important stuff. It's incredible how much more there is to this than what you think there is. Even, for a long time. I just finished Cold Steel 3, and I still learned more new shit about this. Can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. They would. They certainly would. I mean, that's like the kind of stuff only a member of his family would be able to know, right? Maybe, do they have, a camera in his house? Is there a camera? Do they have orbital cameras? Well, I mean, they have, photo cameras. Do they have, security cameras? Is the house bugged? I don't know. Shit. Now I'm getting super paranoid. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think that Colonel Richard could have ever managed to pull the wool over his eyes. I don't know, he's got that fucking intelligence division. They're probably really good at finding shit out, man. More likely, it's just that two major events happen to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Again, like, man, once you know things, going back through and replaying, it's amazing how many clues there are. There's so many clues. Everything is there. You just don't know what context to put them together in. And it's very interesting. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act, but we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. But we also have those other 4 bracers, don't we? I ask the cooperation of all bracers in Grancel, including Zin, of course. Maybe do we even want to, like, maybe airship Shara in here? I feel like she would be helpful. And I mean, as much as I hate to, like, break up that love fest between Olivier and Mueller, maybe Olivier can help us out. Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches. The checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Oh. Well, that's going to pose a problem for Shara to get here, then. Ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. Which, as we know, is probably bullshit. What? So basically, it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Fun, but we're up to it. So, do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? It's fucking obvious, Estelle. It's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place is the Herb Royal Villa. I can't imagine. Can't imagine. And it's the building within. It's the building in the forest, right? You know, the one that, as we got, like, even remotely near it, a whole bunch of people jumped out and was like, "Don't go here." That place. That would make sense. The soldiers are using it under the pretense of counterterrorism. Few would question it, and I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leicester Fortress. Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation. However, if we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So, in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So, off to the cathedral, then. There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. Also, Annalise is almost certainly eating ice cream. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is check the ice cream stand. I don't think she's actually there, but it would be really funny if she was. Alright, also, we're gonna save now. So we just did a really long sequence, and now we're kind of in a place where we can just kind of fuck around a little bit, sort of. Not really, but a little bit. Hey, Grant, what's up? Hey, it's Grant. Well, if it isn't the Big Bad Champions. Here you guys spent the night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to even see you back so early. Did you eat anything good? Yeah, we did, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Something on your mind? Holy crap, you're not pulling my leg. Did you just, like, tell him about the coup in the middle of a fucking restaurant? Dude. Be cool, Estelle. Then the immovable is moved by this. That's all the proof I need. Because he's immovable. And this moved him. Do whatever I can to help. You can count on me. Count on it. I can read. Thanks, Grant. Alright. Bye. That's one down. Who else is here? Anybody else here? Probably not. Alright, Kurt's probably in his hotel room, because I know he was in the hotel. Annalise was also in the hotel, but I'm convinced she's eating ice cream or shopping for stuffed animals. I don't remember where Karna is. Karna, I'm not sure. Let's go see... Hold on. Right now, Anton's not talking to me. But we all go through patches like this sometimes, you know? Yes, I know, Ricky. What's up, Anton? What's your problem? Someone like Ricky would never be able to understand the passion that wells deep within me. Somebody save me. Where are you at, chick? Where'd she go? There she is. Castle is still closed to visitors. Feel bad for the people who came all this way to see it. I want to say there's something I can do here, but I don't know if the window's closed. And I think it requires you to, like, watch this happen, like, a few times. But I think the window already closed for it, so I feel like I'm wasting time. It doesn't matter. All it is for a book. Here's Annalise. Well, if it isn't Zin and the new recruits. Back from the castle already? Well, yeah, I guess we are. Annalise, could we have a moment of your time? Huh? Here's something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah. It's a real juice bomb. Oh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh? Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things will get serious in a big hurry, and if they do, we'll need your help. Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up this whole situation is. I don't really get all of this, but you want everyone to meet up at the guild house, right? Alright, Ellen will fill you in on all the details. Okay then, I'll go see what's up. Thanks, Annalise. You're the best. Love you bunches. I miss Annalise. She hasn't been in a game in a while. Alright, I don't know where the fuck Karna is. I'm really not sure where Karna is. I may have to do a Google on that one. Maybe she's in here. Is she in here? Almost certainly not. You're still here, though. Liberal's history is quite long and more than a little sordid. Its roots go back more than 1,000 years, as I understand it. Wait, Liberal's only been Liberal as long as the royal family's been around, so are you telling me the royal family is that old? They are, and I, for one, would love to tour the inside of that castle, see what ghosts I could dig up. You two got to see the inside of it yesterday, did you not? Tell me, what was it like? Well, it felt really old and historic, I guess. There's definitely a lot to see in there. But we weren't really given much of a chance to see it. I'm afraid there's nothing we can really tell you that you wouldn't already know. I see. Oh, that's too bad. I suppose I'll have to wait until the castle is reopened to the public. I'm pretty curious as to what it's like inside the castle. But I'm afraid I'll have to wait until it's reopened to find out, just like everyone else. Why are you doing that thing with your eyes, man? It's creeping me out. Stop doing that. You're like a really nice dude. I don't want to be suspicious of you, but like, your eyes are weird. I don't know, but like, Mayor Dalmore really fucked up my trust in people. And Colonel Richard really fucked up my trust in people. So now I'm suspicious of everybody. Even Annalise. I love Annalise. Alright, where the fuck am I? Where the fuck is Karna? I don't know where the fuck Karna is. She like to fish? Is she in the fishing guild building? No, of course not. I have no idea where Karna is. She might be in the weapon shop or something. Maybe she's in here. Hey, there she is. Wait. Hi, Karna. Hey, look who it is. Oh, you've got Old Man Zin with you. What's going on? Well, it's a long story. Uh-oh, sounds serious. You're not just pulling my leg, are you? I must admit, I find it a bit odd that the gates and ports and such have been shut down, so... What do you want with me, exactly? To get everyone together and formulate a plan. Gotcha. Already there. Alright, well... Making this a bit easy. Hey, buddy. You think it's a bit too quiet considering a tournament just ended? Yeah, things are getting weird, dude. You might want to bail. Just telling you for your own good, you might want to bail. Although you might not be allowed to. Alright, so Kurt, I think, is in his hotel room. Let's go talk to Kurt. See what he has to say about all this. Knock knock, Kurt. Wish I could remember that time a little better. It's like there's a thick fog blanketing the whole thing. Oh, hi, Kurt. Good to see you here. Hi, Estelle. Hi, Joshua. Oh, Zin's with you, too. Didn't you know that we were going to that dinner party at the castle yesterday? That was when these two rookies took on a pretty major assignment. What major assignment? I think it's best if we tell you more or less the whole story. You're serious. Of course we are. That's why we really need your help. No, that's not it. I admit I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you, but the black orbment that the Colonel has, it's real. Kurt? What's wrong? You look awfully pale. I'm not screaming. Whoa. What in the world? Step away from him. He's gonna blow up. Huh? Shade. Lift. The fuck was that? You didn't even touch him and he acted like he got electrocuted. It's a special spirit channeling breath technique. It allows the user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact. I don't normally like to be so rough, but time isn't exactly on our side. How are you feeling? Wow, actually a lot better. Can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it's coming back. I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I'll be alright. So what do you remember? Didn't I say so before? There was an accident around 3 months ago. You lost your memories while you were working, right? Yeah. Someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits. And then I took something suspicious from them. It was the Black Orbment. What? So the person who gave you the assignment. Yeah, it was your father, Cassius. Wasted no time in packaging it up and sending it to him. It's really as far back as I can remember. Ah. The note said to take the thing to Professor R, and it was from K, wasn't it? It sure was. So that K on the package was you. Yes. I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. I get it. The package was delivered to you two. You remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package? Yes, after I left the port, someone called out to me. And then... It's no good, it's all one big blur. Probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely to just cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yeah, alright. I'm really just amazed I was able to remember anything at all. Which brings us to a bigger question. Who would have done this? Maybe those special ops guys? It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on Agate, after all. And also, there's been other weird memory stuff happening to Don Capua and to the Ravens. It's as if they're manufacturing and testing new drugs. Maybe they've made something to cause memory loss. Well, there's a cheerful thought. Plus, there's the Sky Bandit's boss and Mayor Dalmore to consider. Yeah, we have to be really careful. Sorry, I don't have anything really useful to tell you. I know what Her Majesty asks you to do. I want to help if you'll let me. You sure you'll be okay? Sure, my memory may be like a sieve, but physically I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please allow me to make it up to you. If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work out a strategy. For now, let's meet back at the guild. Alright, you have my thanks. Well, that seemed important. That seemed a bit important. This was our room. Anybody else in here we need to talk to? Probably not. Probably not. Alright, so we still have to go to the church. Alright? Is that what we have to do? Make contact with all the bracers. Let's also make sure... and Niall. Niall and Sister Ellen. Hey, buddy. You patrolling? Birthday celebration's almost upon us, so I'm gonna catch those terrorists. Gonna catch the terrorists. Anybody I don't like is a terrorist. Race Go would never harbor terrorists. Correct. I don't like that you just said that. Like, why is that even what you're thinking about? Why is that even what you're thinking about, dude? Okay, keep on patrolling. Looking for Sister Ellen. I believe the Archbishop should know her whereabouts. Hey, Archbishop. You know where Sister Ellen is? Members of the Bracers Guild. The Bracers. Looking for Sister Ellen. Where are you now? But I guess that you share complicity with her, then. With a nun? Ew, no. She's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle. We're here with information she asked us to find. Sorry to say, she's no longer at the cathedral. She came to say goodbye to me this morning and left. But where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone? If only I did. Been close with the royal family for many years, and she's always regarded me as a friend and confidant. This time, she refused to give me any details. She no doubt wished to keep the church from getting too deeply involved in whatever is occurring. Wouldn't worry, though. She had the light of hope in her eyes as she departed. Confident she was not running away to wallow in despair, but for a more noble cause. Well, that's good, at least. The thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the Royal Guardsmen. Well, begging for rain in the desert only gets you sand. We should probably go. Best thing we can do is to covertly keep an eye out for other Royal Guardsmen. Not the most efficient plan, but it seems to be all we got. Seem to be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Adios helps those who help themselves. Do all that you can, and Adios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path. Yeah, okay. Sure. Well, we'll go with that. Alright, Niall. What's going on? You got any juicy deets? Got any juicy deets for me, Niall? Who's this guy? False. Airships were stopped. This is weird, Chief. You haven't heard anything in 2 days. Well, He does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. But given how close we are to a state of martial law, I don't much like that he hasn't contacted us either. Oh hey, it's you guys. Yeah, it's us guys. Oh hi guys. Hello Dorothy. Pardon us. Oh, it's you. Perfect timing. Good afternoon. We're here to talk to Niall, but I'm guessing he's not around. That's what we were just talking about. And actually, Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything. That sounds bad, actually. Yesterday or today. We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago. Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him, for Adios' sake. We came here to talk to him after the semifinals. Oh, right. Now that you mention it. So did he say anything to you? Like where he was going? Someone called him. I remember what happened. Got a call from someone, and he said he had to leave. Are you serious? Yes. I haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Oh no, I can't believe Niall's dead. Who said he was dead? Today's when all the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday, though, so maybe he went to another province? Already inquired with the landing port's passenger registry, and there was no sign of him. So I figure he still has to be somewhere in town. If you two were the last ones to see this reporter fellow, weren't you talking to him about something for a news article? Huh? These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? Certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the Intelligence Division, they monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means that you can't get much information for your stories, but it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much as possible into the hands of the readers. I see. So we went to check out a new subject that the Intelligence Division hasn't started censoring yet. What was the last thing he told us about? I think it was about the arranged marriage for Princess Claudia. And the Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party. And I told you about that too? Make a hell of a story if it's true. Mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost. How did a reporter like Niall even learn about something like that? I'd have thought that something like that would be known only to the royal family. Well, he did say he's friends with someone who works in the Herb Royal Villa. Oh, he's captured in the Royal Villa also. Okay, well, completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly after the princess. Shut up, Dorothy, or you're going to jail also. So she's secretly staying in the villa for her own safety. I knew it. And the veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to is a friend in the villa. Which would mean that Niall's probably there too. You don't say. Well, if I know Niall, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. And if the soldiers saw him, they'd have arrested him on the spot. No, Niall's a goner. You keep coming back to that. But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't going to be easy. You know, I'm betting that he and Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation. What exactly do you people know? Oh, we know all the things, man. You have any inside information about what's going on in the city, in all of Liberl? Sure do, but we can't talk about it, because if we did, it would cause a national fucking panic, and we're trying to do hero stuff first. So let the Bracer Guild take care of Niall. He has been arrested, we'll see to it that he's released. Alright, but I need a story. I need a scoop. I need a scoop, man. Gotta sell some fucking papers. Please, you guys. Gotta bring Niall back. Leave it to us. Well, okay, we did all the things, so let's have a little conversation about it. Or not. Now what do we do? Can't contact the Royal Guard. Well, maybe we just go back to the Bracer Guild. Let's do that. I'm gonna do a save. I'm gonna do a save. Now we're gonna go back to the Bracer Guild. We're bracering. Let's bracer. Everybody here? Where you guys at? You guys are all supposed to be here. Hey guys, what's up? Until now things haven't been made much sense, but I think I'm starting to get it. This much is on the line, you can't help but get a little bit nervous. Yep. That was certainly embarrassing. Alright, guys. You ready? We're gonna bust out some prisoners, and we're gonna save the country. The other bracers are already assembled. Have you heard from the Royal Guardsman or the reporter? Sorry, sir, no contact. I believe we've gathered intelligence we need. Conclude with fair certainty, then, that Princess Claudia is inside the villa. It's unfortunate that you were unable to make contact with the Royal Guardsmen, but at least we now know they haven't been captured. Shall we get started, then? Yes. We'll start working out the details of the rescue operation. Here we fucking go. Are we all up to date on the pertinent details of the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat, then? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia. I can barely believe what I'm hearing. I'm ashamed of myself for not noticing something was amiss sooner. I was suspicious of those special ops troops from the very beginning, but I really trusted Colonel Richard. He was behind the Sky Bandits and Mayor Dalmore. We got completely snowed. I can't let them get away with it, that's for sure. You'll be counted on to cooperate in this assignment? Damn straight. Just lead the way. Oh, these guys some black eyes. Rhyme unintended. Count me in for sure, as long as there's ice cream. This is gonna be good. Our strong allies will prevail without a doubt. Now let me explain the details of this mission. We have to move fast as there are lives at stake here. It's not the most elegant approach, but I believe taking control of the villa through a frontal assault is our best option. Oh, okay, so no sneaky sneaks. We're just gonna fucking fight. We don't have time to try to find some route to infiltrate, so I guess that's the only option we got. How will we be divided? Let me guess. I'm gonna take a stab at it. The non-playable characters on one team and the playable characters on another team. Split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. Decoy team will draw the attention of the main forces, while the rescue team makes its way into the villa. Remember, though, we're dealing with the Intelligence Division's special ops here. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team, and a second decoy team to assist the rescue team. Okay, that's a lot of teams. We don't have that many people. Yeah, we're really teaming with teams here, but why do we need those? Ambush team would lie in wait until the decoy team draws out the enemy forces, then both teams could attack at once. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt to break the enemy's ranks, allowing the rescue team to enter the villa more easily. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Even the odds a little bit, but we don't have that many people. Do we have enough members to spread among 4 squads? No, we don't. We've contacted other guild branches, but with the airships grounded, we're pretty much on our own. Well, crap. What do we do? If only we had Shara and Agate. However, I agree with Zin that trying to carry out this operation with only 2 squads is risky. We may need to re-examine the strategy. If numbers are all you lack, maybe we can be of assistance. Hey! It's Julia! It's fucking Julia! Lieutenant Schwartz! Well now, if it isn't Sister Military. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am Royal Guardsman Sub-Commander Lieutenant Julia Schwartz. The Royal Guardsmen are here at your disposal for this operation. Shit yeah! Understood, your participation will be most invaluable. Count 9 soldiers in your squad, including yourself. Well, that's just enough to make even teams. Of 4. How convenient. My remaining troops are incognito, stationed all throughout the city. Can assemble them within the hour. That's great, but Lieutenant Schwartz, how did you know we were going to try to save the hostages? I tried to find you at the cathedral and tell you, but you had already disappeared. Did you? My apologies. All I knew was that you had accepted the Queen's mission. I found out last night. Last night? We only just met with the Queen last night ourselves. Yes, I'm aware of that. We have sources for military intelligence of this sort. I have my suspicions. All that matters now is that Her Highness gave us the order to assist, and we are happy to do it. Sources? I want sources. Can you share some of yours? I don't. let's leave it at no, Estelle. More importantly, the guardsman's assistance will give us the extra forces we need to fill the ambush and support teams. With this additional manpower, I believe our chances of success have increased exponentially. And with extra manpower secured, we should start deciding on the teams immediately. Roger that. You need 2 decoy teams, right? I believe 5 of my troops should be sufficient for one of them. Yeah, I'd say those Royal Guard uniforms should definitely catch their attention. My thoughts exactly. We'll target the Intelligence Division's aerial squadron stationed just on the outskirts of the Herb Scenic Route. Wait a sec, aerial squadron? You don't mean... Afraid she does, on the Scenic Route's outskirts. Now you mention it, there's a stretch of land out there that's been completely blockaded. According to my intelligence, there is only a skeleton crew of guards stationed there. If we attack, they will have no alternative but to call the villa for reinforcements. Oh, I get it. That's some good decoying right there. And then, when the reinforcements show up, the ambush team pops in and takes them all out, right? We should form that ambush team then. I knew all those years of hunting down monsters in the bush should pay off one day. We've got a gunner too. We'll be able to handle this no problem. Alright, 2 teams locked down. Now for the rescue and decoy 2. I think the second decoy team should also be comprised of my Royal Guardsmen. Special Ops will definitely drop their guards more readily to apprehend them. So that leaves us for the rescue team. Of course, because we're the fucking heroes. All of the other teams will be acting to provide cover for us. Ours will be the most important assignment on the field by far. This is no game. You're playing an actual... This is very much a game, Zin. I'm playing a game right now. You're playing an actual role in a crucial turning point for our history. Make sure you're up to the task. Sheesh, no pressure. There's no need to worry. We will persevere. History favors the just. Besides, you guys are the Grancel Martial Arts Competition champions. And we'll be the ones keeping the majority of the enemy forces busy. Hopefully, all you need to worry about are the hostages. Julia, Elnan, Zin, we, Estelle. The word you're looking for is we. We can do this, and we will. You're right. You are so right. We're gonna kick some special ops special asses. Fuck yeah. And we're gonna do it next time on Dragon Ball Z, and that's the plan. Operation will begin at nightfall. We'll use the dark for cover. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. So if you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now or forever hold your peace. It's getting pretty real. We'll ensure that Her Highness is made aware of the plan. Alright, everyone. Tonight. Here. Got it? There we go. Well, guys, this is the absolute perfect moment to go ahead and wrap things up for tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching, whether you're watching live here on Twitch, or after the fact on the Twitch VODs, or after the fact on the YouTube VODs. However you are watching, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Guys, things are getting so fucking spicy. They're so spicy, I need dairy to cut the spice in my mouth from all the spiciness happening in this game. So, next stream is going to be on Monday. And Monday is what? What is Monday? The 10th. July 10th. At 7 p.m. Eastern Time until about 9:30-ish. And we are going to launch this fucking assault on the Herb Royal Villa and rescue Princess Claudia, a whole bunch of other hostages probably, and then also fucking Nile, because we need to... He helps us. He's not a dick. He's fine. We like Nile. We'll rescue him too, and then he'll owe us. So, things are getting good, man. There's still a whole lot more. We're not even close to done, man. I think we still got, like, at least, like, 3 streams, maybe even 4 streams. So, there's gonna be a lot more. Because I'm forgetting how long this chapter really is. This is a long fucking chapter. So, there's a lot going on. And there's the stuff the Queen was talking about. There's where the fuck was Richard and Lawrence? Where the fucking archaisms were showing up? Like, where the fuck is that? What is that? Don't know what that is. Queen Alicia was talking about something like in the underground. We don't know what that's about. What's going on with that? What about Cassius? What the fuck with, like,
total coincidence, right? Totally. There's a whole bunch of shit. We have not even come close to putting the whole picture together yet. So we have to do some digging. We have to find out some more details. Maybe Niall will know something. Finally get to meet the princess, maybe. Maybe she'll know something about stuff that's going on. Who knows? It's a whole lot of stuff. And it's going to get good. It's going to get real good. Things are going to hit the fan real soon. So I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. I will see you on Monday, July 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for more Trails in the Sky First Chapter. Good night.